Words are just words till you put them with a melody. Sing them from the tallest tree as a song. Love is just love as you've seen it on the movie screen, till the moment that your dream comes along. I can't be me without you. Don't wanna be without you. It's like I can't breathe without you. Don't wanna be without you. Time was just time till I started making plans with you. Every little thing you do is like a song. Life was just life till the moment when love was true. Suddenly I feel new and I belong. I can't be me without you. I don't wanna be without you. It's like I can't breathe without you. Don't wanna be without you. Don't wanna be without you.
The big JVC, the small JVCs are pretty shitty, but the big ones
Still better. It's still better. It's more sensor on it. That big JVC sensor. Yeah, that's why that's what I was getting. So they're doing NX8.
You already had that meet today.
Ladies and gentlemen, prior to wedding ceremony takeoff, please turn all of your cell phones off. Make sure electronic devices are properly stowed. This is an unplugged ceremony. Thank you. Everyone, please rise.
Can't see her anymore, but she did on this. So just film. Just film.
Good afternoon. Please be seated. We gather here today to witness and celebrate an act of deep love. It is truly a blessing for two people to find one another and to love so deeply that they wish to embrace the sacredness of marriage. Being here serves as a reminder to us all that the commitment of a couple in marriage is for the intention of mutual love, respect, and commitment through all the trials and triumphs of life. So let us open this ceremony with a moment of silence as we all join together in a deep breath. And we'll pray. God, we gather here today to celebrate the love between Shawn and Mackenzie. We take this moment to recognize you, their family and friends, their sweet baby Harper, all of those who have touched their lives, and those who are not able to be with us in person today, but are here in spirit. We are a part of everyone who has ever loved us. It is with the presence of those who are able to be here and those who are not physically present that we celebrate with Shawn and Mackenzie, the love they have discovered in each other, and support their commitment to the bond of marriage. Thank you for your unconditional blessings, those we have received, and those yet to come. Amen. Shawn and Mackenzie, take a moment to look out and just see all of those who traveled from near and far to spend this special day with you. And look at each other, family and friends. Shawn and Mackenzie want to honor you. All of you are the threads of which are woven into the tapestry of their lives. Each of you is an important piece in the story it tells. It is the fabric that they wrap around themselves and take comfort in when the world seems cold. And on days like today, when everything is right in their world, that tapestry is proudly spread out and displayed for everyone to see, with all the glorious colors and textures that your diversity adds. You all hold a place in their hearts, reserved for those they have chosen to call family and friends, and they are deeply grateful for each and every one of you here today. You will find a seashell at your seat. Mackenzie and Shawn would like you to hold this shell throughout the ceremony and impart all of your wishes and blessings into the shell for their long, happy marriage. After the ceremony, please meet the newlywed couple at the shoreline to offer the blessings to the ocean. And Victoria will share a reading from the first letter of St. Paul to the Corinthians.
Love is patient, love is kind. It is not jealous, it is not harmless. It is not inflated, it is not rude. It does not seek its own interest. It is not quick-tempered, and it does not brood over injury. It does not rejoice over wrongdoing, but rejoices with the truth. It bears all things, believes all things, hopes all things, endures all things. Love never fails. The word of the Lord. The word of the Lord. Amen.
Shawn and Mackenzie, you have both traveled through the trials and triumphs of life to find one another, and you know so well that just because you have found love, the world doesn't stop turning. It is in your personal commitment to your own growth that is the foundation of a truly happy marriage, where each of you bring the qualities of honesty, open-mindedness, and willingness to your relationship, which have first been cultivated within yourselves. Today, you are making a decision to join together in the commitment of marriage, and today is the decision. What happens from here is based on what you bring to the marriage. Marriage is an empty box. You get to decide what you will place in that box and what you will not bring with you as you cross this threshold into marriage. By the grace of God and your family and friends, you both already have all of the tools and ways of being necessary to create a marriage that is beyond your wildest dreams. When you are agitated with one another, pause and ask yourself, is this love or is this fear? Inviting your higher power to align your thoughts and actions with love. Taking time to root out the places within yourselves where fear still lives so you can allow more love into your union. And allow your marriage to be in service to others, where your union is not solely for your individual happiness, but for the joy and happiness of Harper, your family, your community, and the people you have not yet met, but your lives will undoubtedly touch. And now, Amy will share a poem from The Lion King.
Actually, Mackenzie asked me yesterday if we would sing this poem, so we're going to sing this poem together, so I'm going to need your help. I'd like you all to sing this until I have you stop. I'll signal you for the stop. Bump, 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 bump. Keep singing. Bump, 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 bump. Can you feel the love tonight? Peace the evening brings. The world for once in perfect harmony with all its living things. Can you feel the love tonight? You needn't look too far. Stealing through the night's uncertainty, love is where they are.
Shawn and Mackenzie now wish to express their love for one another in words that they have written. Shawn.
Kenzie, I love you. I love your caring soul, and you inspire me to be a better person. I enjoy watching you as a mom and knowing how much you love our daughter. I love that we can argue and never stay mad at each other. I appreciate how kind and patient you are with me, even when I'm not my best self. I admire how hard you work for our family and make sure we are all okay. I love that you're teaching me to be vulnerable with you, and I know I'm safe. I promise to try and be my best every day. You have been an unbelievable blessing in my life, and have given me the greatest gift in a beautiful little girl. I know I don't say it enough, but you're beautiful and amazing. There's no one else I'd rather spend my life with.
Do you, Shawn, take this woman, Mackenzie, as your wife? To love her, comfort her, respect her, and keep her in sickness and in health, in joy and in sorrow. Do you vow with all of your heart and soul to honor these commitments?
I do.
Mackenzie?
I'm sitting on the deck of the beach house we're staying at for the week, watching the sunrise while writing this, and I'm overwhelmed with such a deep appreciation and love for what we have. You've always brought such a sense of calmness and reasoning to my life, although it is much different now than it was from when we first met. It is so hard to put into words something that just so beautifully is. I knew I wanted to marry you when I watched you love Harper, someone I love with all of my heart, with all of your heart. You are such an incredible dad. It is one of my favorite qualities about you. With that, I commit to support you in all of your dreams, goals, and aspirations. I commit to being the 80% when you can only be 20. To remind you of the things that are important to you and always encourage you to get back to them. To always be willing to grow, learn, and admit when I am wrong. To love you even when I don't like you, especially when you leave the cabinets open in the kitchen. I commit to remembering that our individual recoveries come first. I commit to reducing the number of half-empty water bottles I leave around the house. I commit to always being the best mama to Harps and Brady and wife to you. I will support you in molding Harper to be a Red Sox fan. However, I get football. I promise to be silly and laugh with you as much as possible and to hold space for you and be serious when it is needed. I wouldn't want to do life with anyone else but you. I love you.
Do you, Mackenzie, take this man, Shawn, as your husband, to love him, comfort him, respect him, and keep him in sickness and in health, in joy and in sorrow? Do you vow with all of your heart and soul to honor these commitments?
I do.
Shawn and Mackenzie, we now come to the presentation of rings by which you symbolize and bind your love. The circle has long been an important symbol. The sky and the earth are round. The wind in its greatest power whirls. The sun and moon both round come forth and go down again in a circle. Even the seasons form a great circle in their changing, always coming back again to where they were. Without beginning or end, and with no point of weakness, the circle is a reminder of unending strength. Let the seamless circle of these rings become the symbol of your endless love and unending faithfulness. Your wedding rings are most special because they say that even in your uniqueness, you have chosen to be bonded, to allow the presence of another human being to enhance who you are. Your rings carry a potent double message. We are individuals, and yet we belong. We are not alone. As you wear them through time, they will not only reflect who you are, but also the beautiful union that you are now creating. Shawn, please place the ring on Mackenzie's finger and repeat after me.
Mackenzie, with this ring, I marry you. I promise to be with you and for you, to share my life, my feelings, my hopes, and fears with you, and to love you. This ring has no end, and neither shall my love for you.
Mackenzie, please place the ring on Shawn's finger and repeat after me.
Shawn, with this ring I marry you. I promise to be with you and for you, to share my life, my feelings, my hopes and fears with you, and to love you. This ring has no end, and neither shall my love for you.
Marriage is created from two committed spirits, one beautiful tree of life. Its roots are the trust and devotion that underlie each action, thought, and motive. Its branches are experiences shared, hopes realized, and dreams pursued. Shawn and Mackenzie, may your love grow like a beautiful tree, sending roots deep and branches high, with new beauty every season of your life together. May you find constant reward and challenge as you pursue the ongoing adventure of learning who you are and where you want to go. May you always have a special sense of your mission in life together. And may you never tire of the endless possibilities of exploring your shared existence. And long, long years from now, may you look at one another and be able to say, with you, I have lived the life I always wanted to live. And with you, I have become the person I always longed to be. So as your ceremony comes to a close, we wish you this Irish wedding blessing. May the road rise to meet you. May the wind be always at your back. May the sun shine warm upon your face. The rains fall soft upon the fields. May the light of friendship guide your paths together. May the laughter of children grace the halls of your home. May the joy of living for one another trip a smile from your lips, a twinkle from your eye. And when eternity beckons at the end of a life heaped with love, may the good Lord embrace you with the arms that have nurtured you the whole length of your joy-filled days. In the honesty and sincerity of what you have said and done here today, and in the witness of God, your loving friends and family, I now, by the authority vested in me under the laws of the state of Florida, pronounce you husband and wife. Shawn, you may kiss your bride. Family and friends, please rise to greet for the very first time Mr. and Mrs. Phillips. Meet them by the seashore.
Thanks, huh? I think so, yeah. What's up? Hey, Harper!
Do you need a shell?
I got some.
We just picked some up.
We're gonna wait till these people come.
Oh, yeah. He's going to give us a countdown. Oh, countdown.
Don't be hitting me in the back of the head with any shells, do you?
Everyone scoot real close. Let's row like the Red Sox.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I'd rather have this beat. Oh, right. Yeah. All right, so if you guys are not immediate family or wedding party, you can head on to the reception.
So do you have the key and Kevin can drive the Chevy over there?
Yes. Family and wedding party.
Sorry.
I don't know which one she's
So kind of down in a second, I guess, right?
You should spread that way. Everyone's going to be done.
No, he hit the back of the head.
I'll shield you, Shawn.
She's beautiful.
Oh.
I don't know.
Wedding party. Okay. Family and wedding party, Selena. I love you. I got married. I wanted you on this.
Are you filming? I don't want to walk in front of you. They're asking for
Your name is H-A-P-E-R.
It's so big. I last time I saw we have two choices. One,
You gotta get a picture. Take pictures now.
I think there are going to be
You're close, but not it.
Great jobs with no money. Okay, more jobs, more liability. Now the base fine.
When did she start?
I think it's like 2 to another one.
She's adorable. Come on, girl. She loves cameras. Harper. I just I know. Oh, I know. I see it. Hey, listen, why are we the longest
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? We are now going to introduce the bride and the groom, Mr. and Mrs. Phillips. Father and mother can now join us.
Oh my God, what a beautiful ceremony, wasn't it? I would like to thank everyone that was able to join us from far and near on this special day to help celebrate the marriage of Shawn and Mackenzie. How's that? We would also like to welcome the addition of Shawn's family to ours. Everyone we have met has been very welcoming, and we look forward to getting to know all of you a lot better. We are blessed to have families and friends visiting from near and far, from Boston, from Texas, North Carolina, Buffalo, New York, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, Deep Creek, Maryland, Northern Virginia, and various areas of Florida. We'd also want to thank Stacy, Mackenzie's mom, and all the volunteers for all their hard work in helping organize such a wonderful event in this beautiful setting. Mackenzie, we are so happy for you and Shawn and couldn't be prouder of you and all you've accomplished. You have a beautiful, free, spirited soul and a sparkle in your eye. You are devoted, supportive, and a loving partner. You and Shawn are obviously great parents to a beautiful and very happy baby, our granddaughter Harper. Shawn, you're an amazing person who obviously loves Mackenzie and Harper unconditionally. As a father, as you are now too, we couldn't be happier that you have come to Mackenzie's life and our lives too. We are proud to call you our son-in-law. The love and friendship that we have experienced for the two of you from all of your family and friends has been a blessing, overwhelming. So let's raise our glasses and a toast to Mackenzie and Shawn. And there's our hope that the two of you always treat each other with love, compassion, and kindness. Be true to each other always. Share your joys and your burdens. Love much, laugh much. Be each other's best friends. Always speak well of one another, even when things aren't going well. Forgive often as it is required. Cheers. Oh, one last thing. Go Caps!
I'd like to thank everybody for coming tonight also. Beautiful group of people here. I want to start off by thanking Jordan and Nate and Spencer and Aunt Kay and Shay and Michelle Victoria. They did all this today. So thank you so much. I want to thank some people that came, that I worked with for a really long time in Africa. So I want to thank Bruce and Mike and Tina and Dan and Rebecca and their families for being with us today. We shared a lot together. You've heard a lot of our Mackenzie's in my life, so I really appreciate y'all being here. And then I also want to thank my new workmates from the guest house, Judy and Rick and Michelle and John and Audra and Nancy and all the other people that are here today. I appreciate y'all coming very much. And then I want to echo what Scott said. The Phillips family has been nothing but welcoming to all of us. Kevin, I've enjoyed you being down here. Spent some time together. And a beautiful family, and thank you for all of your graciousness. I want to thank my family, my sister Amy, and Katie, and Luke, and Chris, and Spencer for being here and helping us through this and being with us through Mackenzie growing up. And then now, Shawn.
You gotta talk close to the mic so we can hear you.
I will. I admire your quietness. And then I admire your loyalty and your ability to attract friends like you do for so long. And I am grateful to call you my son-in-law. And now, let's see, Mackenzie. You and I, we have been through the ringer together. We are now here. And I am so proud of you. You're a joy. You're an amazing mother. I know you're going to be an amazing wife. And I'm very proud to be your mother. So with that, no more tears. Thank you all for being here.
Cheers to you guys.
Congratulations, Mackenzie and Shawn. I'm
Many
very happy for you
blessings.
guys. I think
wish
you
you
guys
the
are going to
best.
make a great couple. And you got a beautiful daughter. I wish you guys the best, and I know you will be great in whatever you decide to do.
Hi, this is Ron and Mona. We're Mackenzie's grandparents. We love her. We love Hopper. I'm saying Hopper like I'm learning to speak Bostonese. Okay? Just wish them all the happiness in the world.
Shane is awesome. He's such a, or Shawn is awesome. He's really going to be a good father and a good husband, and we couldn't be more proud to have a granddaughter like Mackenzie. We love her to pieces.
Well,
Harper as well.
the proof of the love is that of 9 grandchildren, she's the only one whose diaper I ever changed.
Mackenzie, couldn't be happier for you. Everything was fantastic, and best wishes.
Congratulations to you guys. Love you. I wish you guys a lifetime of love and happiness.
Congratulations, Shawn and Mackenzie. Love you guys.
Boston, we love you. So glad we met Mackenzie through you, and I hope you guys have the best and wonderful life together.
Kenzie, we love you. So glad I met Boston through you, and this wedding has been the best.
Congratulations, Mackenzie and Shawn. We wish you a lifetime of happiness. Marriage is the best thing. Take one step at a time and always be happy.
Congratulations, Mackenzie. We're so thankful that you invited us, and we're very happy to be part of your special day.
Congratulations, Mackenzie. Thank you for inviting us.
We love you. Congratulations. Mackenzie and Shawn and that sweet little Harper. You are so blessed. You're so amazing. This day has been extraordinary, and to watch the love that you've created, the life that you've created, the power of all the friendship in this room. I'm so happy for you, and I cannot wait until Harper is working at the guest house with the rest of the family. I love you all. Thanks. Bye-bye.
Hi, Muffins. We love you. Congratulations. Wow.
Hey, Shawn, it's Dirty Foot and Janan. We just wanted to say we love you. Beautiful ceremony, and I'm glad you're talking about your feelings finally with your wife. Thanks for the wedding, man.
We loved your service and your ceremony, and we love your family and your little girl. She's just the sweetest thing, and we wish you all the best of love and luck and joy.
Mazel tov.
Mazel tov.
Kenzie and Harper, we are so happy to be here and share this wonderful day and this gorgeous weather with you. We love you very much.
Yeah, can I say something? It's Saul and Joan Rosen. The Red Sox really suck. Just put that on. You could tell them that, all right, for me.
Shawn and Mackenzie, we are so thankful to be here. We love you so much. We know what a wonderful couple you are, and you have a wonderful future ahead of you. The three of you. Love you so much, Grandpa and Jane.
Congratulations, Shawn. Awesome wedding. We're so excited for you and Mackenzie. Hope you have a wonderful, beautiful life together.
Go Red Sox, Shawn.
I want to know what you want to say to Shawn and Mackenzie on camera.
Oh, Shawn and Mackenzie, you make a beautiful couple. I love you, and I'm so happy to be here and sharing this beautiful day with you.
Hey, Mackenzie and Shawn, we're just so happy and so proud of you guys, and this has just been an awesome day and week for us. And Shawn, your family's great, love all of them, and just wish you all the happiness and that you can, you know.
Hey, Mackenzie and Shawn, we love you, and we are so proud of you, and so happy to welcome Shawn into the family. We love you guys.
Congratulations.
We love
Wish
you.
you all the best. We love you. Best
Think
of
about
luck.
you every day.
Hey, Harper. I'm Mackenzie. Congratulations.
Hey guys, it's Janet. Pop-Up's a little nervous on film. We love you. We miss you. We wish you nothing but the best.
Congratulations, you guys. Love you.
Congratulations, Mackenzie and Shawn.
A long and happy life.
Congratulations.
And your beautiful daughter, Harper.
Very good.
Best wishes. We love you.
What's she doing? What's she doing? Is that right?
In loving you with my whole heart. Oh, tell me now, where was my fault? In loving you with my whole heart.
Kiss her again.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? If you could draw your attention to the dance floor. We have the groom and his lovely daughter dancing.
Wait.
Harper, right here. Kiss her right there, on the side of her head, right there. Pull back. Oh, she clicked that way. Harper, there it is.
And I think to myself, what a wonderful world.
Oh, poor baby.
I see skies of blue, clouds of white, the bright blessed days.
Do you want to walk her hands on the ground or no?
Yeah, we can. I think to myself, what a wonderful world.
Yep.
So pretty in the sky, also on the faces of people going by. I see friends shaking hands, saying how do you do? They're really saying I fingers crying. I watch them go. And I never know. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world.
I'll take this down.
Since I think to myself,
Kneel right beside her, Dad.
And then give me the notes, I'll put it in my pocket, I'll give you a glass.
Kaylee, take it easy.
You have to talk into it. Yeah.
Hello, everyone. Good evening. My name is Katie. I am Mackenzie's aunt. Yes, believe it or not, I'm her aunt, technically. My big sister, Stacy, had Mackenzie about 16 months before I was born, making me an instant aunt, we say in our family. My dad, Mackenzie's papa, would tell me, we are a typical family. If you can just forget that you are yet to be 2-year-old and have a niece that's a year older than you. You and I have dealt with the question marks over people's heads when we explain our relationship. Some say, oh, you're sisters, or you're cousins, and we usually say, okay, sure, that'll work. And speaking of Papa, he was very proud of this typical family of his. It was him that told me in a letter he wrote to me, long after youthful friendships have eclipsed time, space, and memory, Mackenzie will be there for you. And you have been. We've shared so many memories over the years together. From road trips where we played Faith Hill and Tim McGraw cassette tapes until they broke and Daddy threw them out the window, to building mini forts with sheets for sleepovers, to you scaring me with crab claws from our dinners at Crystal Beach at our favorite seafood restaurant. Thinking of scaring each other with those claws made me reflect on how fears change over the years, from childhood to adulthood. Adults have much different fears, such as finding love, starting a career, parenthood. And Mackenzie, you've conquered all of these beautifully. When I was talking to all of your bridesmaids this week, I asked them about favorite memories with you, words that they would describe you with, and ferocious was one of the ones that kept coming up. You love ferociously, you laugh ferociously, you are the best friend. We were always striving to be like each other over the years, and we were even quite competitive. I don't know that you ever knew how much I wanted to be just like you. You've been my role model my whole life, especially today, as I see completely and beautifully how happy and content you and your new family are. I also have to mention all of our many FaceTime calls throughout the wedding planning process. I'm convinced Harper recognizes my voice now. And that has been a saving grace, and I've loved it. Our relationship has grown, and I love that. My whole life we've wished that we lived in the same state, and today that's true more than ever for me. Shawn, we are thrilled you are joining our family and that Mackenzie is joining yours. I knew you were special when you held your own during our tradition of playing Catchphrase, a beloved family game, and you actually did very well. Good job. That can get heated. I was impressed, but I knew that you were the one when you made barbecue ribs for Texans proudly and confidently, and they were actually awesome, so good job. I was excited to meet your friends that made up the bridal party this week since I had never met any of them. They say you are the company you keep, and let me tell you, I can see you're surrounded by caring and funny people so full of life and support for this marriage and your family. And that is a true testament to you guys. Mackenzie, you're a blessing in my life. I don't know what I'd do without you. I admire your fierce loyalty, contagious laugh, empathy, strength. I'm honored to be here with you and call you my best friend. You both deserve every happiness in the world, every dream to come true, and I know that we all love you so much. So, without further ado, cheers! Finally a Phillips!
What a beautiful speech by Katie tonight. Good job, Katie. Good job. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Elliot. For anyone who doesn't know me, my name is Mark, and I stand here tonight honored and privileged to be Shawn's best man. Before I say anything else, I just want to acknowledge how amazingly beautiful and stunning Kenzie looks tonight. And a big thank you to Shawn for not wearing a Red Sox hat and basketball shorts since he won. I'd also like to thank Stacy and Scott for an incredible and joyous evening, and a huge thank you to Kevin for an amazing rehearsal dinner last night. As I look at all the family and friends that have come from far and near, my heart is warm because I know how cared for, supported, and loved Shawn and Kenzie are by so many. For months, I racked my brain trying to think of a funny story to say about Shawn. But if you know Shawn's sense of humor, then anything I say tonight would be completely inappropriate. But that's okay, because it leads me to what I'd really like to say. As our friendship continues to grow, I see a man I truly admire and respect. Shawn is passionate about his family and friends. He's a leader. He always helps the underdog. and he goes any length to help those he cares for and loves. Beneath his rough exterior is a loving husband, father, friend, and he's one of the greatest men that I know. Mrs. Phillips. I couldn't wait to say that. If Shawn's family has any doubts as to how awesome Kenzie is, remember this and remember this always. She planned the wedding for after the World Series. It's always your hope that your close friend will find someone who's loyal, caring, loving, beautiful, intelligent, and one that will challenge him to be the best man that he can be. And Shawn found that when he met you. As I look at you now as husband and wife, I can confidently say that you both have found true love. I wish you a lifetime of health, happiness, friendship, and respect. I hope you continue to grow together, inspire each other, and be the wonderful parents that you are. To a few more kids, a lot more smiles, and a lifetime of happy memories, let's raise our glasses and toast to the bride and groom, Mr. and Mrs. Phillips. To life, love, happiness, may your troubles be few and your blessings plenty. Cheers.
Ready to do this?
Let's still bring people in, guys. I want to make sure everyone's here to witness. The cake looks amazing. What kind of cake is it?
I hope it's chocolate and
I have no idea.
I think funfetti. I asked for funfetti.
Oh my gosh, that's exciting. It looks amazing. Look how pretty you guys look.
I was everything sparkling.
Yes.
Good?
Alright, I'm gonna have to bring it right on in front of everybody. And I'll be behind them. Right on here, guys. Pick your stand right here. Right here, hang on. I'm gonna be on this side. Alright, there, face each other. Yep, face each other. There you go. Forks or no forks? Good forks. Alright, safe bets.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are now going to go to start the first dance.
Hey girls, we're doing the first
Everybody's Always
gentlemen, that was the last song of the evening.
Ladies and gentlemen, the next song.
This one got me hooked, just open one look, get up, feeling up. This one's something special. This one just like dynamite. Out of sight, fell in love with honey like my oh my. Honey looking wonderful, fly so fly. Honey like a supermodel. So in love, I found you finally. You make me wanna say oh 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 oh. So many ways to love you, baby I can break you down.
Those words just hypnotize me, and I just look at your flashing ways. This is like a broken yourself.
Go ahead, buddy.
Sometimes your words just hypnotize me, and I just look at your
You want to get in here?
Sometimes your words just hypnotize me, and I just look
I'm back.
I don't think he's gonna feel it. Like, no matter what I do, yeah. I would just turn around like that. Hit him aside. Hit him aside. Hit him aside. It's good. Just like that. Yeah, it turns into a hammerhead shark.
And kick them nasty thoughts. Baby got back. Baby got back. I'm staring up. Hey, I wanna get ripped out and take a picture. My homeboy's trying to warn me with that, but you got me.
so fresh. She's like, oh my god, I'm just gonna shake it to the fella over there with the hella good hair. Won't you come on over, baby? We can shake, shake, shake. Yeah. Cause the time's gonna play, 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 play. And my hands gonna hey, 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 hey. I'm just gonna shake, 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 shake. Shake it off. Play, play, play.
lift up higher. Can you raise that up for me? No, Dan. Oh no. Raise the pole.
Times never seem so good.
One bracket.
This one.
I got you.
Just a little bit. That's good. That's good right
Just a city boy, born and raised in South Detroit. He took the midnight train going anywhere.
It's okay. It's okay.
That was very nice.
These little town blues. New start in old New York.
I have like a dead chicken on
Ladies and gentlemen, this
Again, man, you gotta be on it.
Can you dance with your wife for like 2 minutes?
I hate it.
Dude, I know.
I will, I promise, alright?
Wait, come to me.
Stay
video. Awesome.
Just begun to get our share of this world's delight. High hopes we have for the future and our goals in sight.
I bumped into you by happenstance, probably wouldn't even know who I am. Whispered your name, I bet still be a spark. Back when I was gasoline and this old tattoo had brand new ink. Yeah, what your mama think about your name on me. Just when it hit me, somebody turned around and said, play that funky music, white boy. Play that funky music, white. Play that funky music, white boy. Lay down the boogie and play that funky music till you die. Shorty wanna see the ice and the ice the wrist. City talk, Nelly listen, Nelly talk, city listen. Wanna fuck fly bitches when I walk. Pay attention, see the ice in the bliss. Niggas scared, know they diss. Honeys look, know they wish. Come on, girl, give me a kiss, come on. If you wanna go and take a ride with me, we dream with it in the floor. We can go see, oh God. If you wanna go and get high with me, smoke a L in the back of the Benz. Oh, I feel this way. If you wanna go and take a ride with me, we three will live in the four with the goldies. Oh, I feel this way. If you wanna go and get high with me, smoke a L in the back of the Benz. Oh, I feel this way. I know something you don't know, but I got something to tell you. Wishing you was, nigga, popping like the drug dealer. Sister, what she bought, making money in the club, me in the bed, like she could. New Jersey, 20B, telling me about a party up at NYC. Can I make it damn right? I'll be on the next flight, big ass, first class, sitting next to Vanna White. If you wanna go and take a ride with me, we three, willing in the four with the go-sees. Oh, why must I feel this way? In the club on a late night, when you're right, looking to spot something real nice. Looking for a little shorty, I know this on the right to go. I can take on, she can be 18 with an attitude of 19. Got this money acting real rude. As long as you a diggy, girl, you know the song. You know the song. I beat something, girl, told me I'm the dance floor. 6 here, hey, she was people and I dig the last video. Someone never really go. How could I tell her no? Measurements was 36, 25, 34. I like the way you brush your hair, and I like those stylish clothes you wear. I like the way the light hit the ice and glare. I can see you from way over there. If you wanna go and take a ride with me, we three willing in the floor with the go-sees. Oh, why do I live this way? If you wanna go and get high with me, smoke a L in the back of the Benzie. Oh, why must I feel this way? Face about it front neck, don't know how to act. Without no vouchers or no boosters, running nothing back. You should feel the impact. Shopping with glass, when the sky's the limit, and them haters can't get past that. Watch me as a gas tank. 4 got 6 rays, wasn't anything changed. Every time I switch lanes, it feels strange now. Making a living on my brain is still a cane now. I got the title from my.
Wait a minute now. Wait a minute now. Wait a minute now. Wait a minute now. Wobble, baby, wobble, baby, wobble, baby, wobble, yeah. Wobble, baby, wobble, baby, wobble, baby, wobble, yeah. Wobble, baby, wobble, baby, wobble, baby, wobble, yeah. Wobble, baby, wobble, baby, wobble, baby, wobble, yeah.
Girl, wobble it, and I'ma gobble it. Yeah, I say you're moving your head, the head bobble it. You can cradle the bed, straight rocking it. The girl say, man, like the hip, no rocket shit. Damn, I'm so expensive, but I can't help it, my flow ridiculous. Boy, got a gift like it gotta be Christmas. I swag on this like it gotta be gifted. The girls on cameras, and they want pictures, and they gon' frame them. You can see that. Limbs of the bed while I'm saying my scriptures. Cause I leave you holy like you pray in the temple. I'm shaking it, it's like Congo, man. I'm shaking the city like I hate this blue in the face like Congo, cause I'm breaking the game, so let's play. I'm taking the game's mine. Yeah, I witness the change, it's my time. Yeah, I'm new to the game, but y'all might wanna say you act gaps, they like saving time. I can dance, homie, I don't choose still. Y'all looking at something like a true. A girl told me that a man that can dance might could possibly get down with the tool in his pants. Now, I'm a ladies, let me see it vibrate. And when it's over, you ain't gon' need your bow. Cause I'm a pro, make you bend your back low, and the pound of real bad, just like the percolate. Keep banging.
Throw your hands in the air if you's a true player. To the homies getting money, playing fellas like They got a gun up in your waist, please don't shoot up the place. Cause I see some ladies tonight that should be having my baby. Check it out. Puff Daddy, Biggie Smalls, Junior Mafia, represent, baby.
I'm broken down. I need you loving, I need it now. When I'm without you, I'm something weak. You got me begging, I'm on my
Chopping up smoking line out the moles. Money, the clothes on the rubber nose. A foolish pleasure, whatever. I had to find the very treasure. So grams I had to measure. However,
It's so hard to like you get around it. You do, but
I felt like
yeah, you don't get a lot of time with people.
So, yeah,
What are you guys up to? Not in your town for a while? I'm taking off in the morning, but tonight we're going to hang out. We have a beach house down there. It's a little way. It's like 25 minutes. This is different. But actually, her dad's having right down the street. Right after this, we're going to go there. That was all our friends. That's the, it was funny because we're like, we're going to try to play this.
That was a good transition, though.
Looking right here, guys.
Everyone, look at Mr. Dan.
He's just blocking you a little bit. Can I have him around your side? There we go. All right, here we go. Big smile.
Everyone up here, smile.
Want everyone to cheer? Yeah. Let's get Brian and Groom are going to kiss. Everyone else is going to cheer.
Brian and Groom, kiss. Everyone cheer.
I hope that turned out.
I can boost it and do that.
Since I have everyone out here, we're going to go ahead and play the Boo Scoot and Boogie. I know y'all know it. For the videographer, y'all could do it. be one big group.
Face the light. Face the light, you guys.
Guys, what are you doing?
There you go. Face that. Now you can.
Alright guys, that means.
Hold on, I'm on the.
Hopper, I just want to tell you that I love you. Today, me and your mom got married, and it was the second greatest day of my life, next to having you. You had a great time here today, and I'm so looking forward to what's coming up in the future with me and your mom. So I love you, and that's it.